Hello, my venture friends, and welcome back to Venture Care at Home. Our new packages are Space Explorer themed, so we have some really great, fun, creative art projects that are included in your new care packages. And the first one we're going to do today is our Blast Off Rocket Multimedia art project. That's a mouthful. Let's just call it our Blast Off craft kit. So these are the items that you're going to need. Many of them are coming new in your care package. So everybody gets one. It's a long, skinnier piece of black construction paper. You'll also find some watercolor paper shaped like this. Everybody needs one of these, one rocket shape, and then the parts for our rocket, our little back wings, the bottom of the rocket, and our little window. You're also going to get some stickers in there. These are for everyone to share, and everybody's care packages are going to have new watercolor tins in it. They come with a brush, and we will add extra brushes in for you. From your previous supplies, you'll also need a glue stick and a couple of crayons, a couple of markers, any colors you'd like. There is no right or wrong on what colors you use. So to start with, we're going to work on our multimedia part of this project. So I'm going to get rid of the things I don't need yet. I'm going to put my watercolors off to the side. I did forget to mention you should have a paintbrush and a cup of water handy for when we start painting. And I don't necessarily want to color on top of this because I want this to stay clean for when we start assembling. So I'm going to just start with this. And what we're going to do first is some color resist. So we're going to use our crayons, and the wax from the crayons will stop the watercolor paint from attaching to these surfaces. So you don't have to do anything fancy. We just want a couple areas where we know the watercolors won't stick. This is my design. Your design can be whatever you make it. Super simple. Now I'm going to take our watercolor. So you'll need your watercolor set. And there, depending on how many people you have in your house, we might have sent more than one, but you're going to be sharing them. There should be enough brushes for everyone to use. I'm going to put a piece of paper towel down underneath since they are watercolors. It's always nice when you open a brand new paint set. So because they are brand new, please know they do need for you to put a little bit of water on the colors just to get them going. So you're just going to want to dip your brush, get each palette started with some water. Okay, that'll just make it easier going forward. So I think I'm kind of going with this pink and orange theme. So I think I'm going to try to go over that with some blue. Okay. So I don't know how well you could see, but basically it won't stick where I have used the crayon. So the crayon will come right through the watercolor paint, and you can do this in one solid color or in lots of different colors. This sheet of paper is actually going to be our stream of blast off. So this is like our flame that's happening on the bottom of your sheet underneath your rocket that's taking off, or your spaceship. And So this is just a creative process. You, again, use whatever colors you'd like. Go with a theme or not. Now when you overlap, you could create more colors. And this portion of our art is going to have layers to this, so you could always add more color. Once this dries, we're going to go back and add marker over the top of it. So again, you could use whatever colors you want. Go for some green. Can you guys still see how you could see the crayon coming through? All the lines. I think I'm missing some orange. Now, of course, if you wanted to do this all in reds and oranges because it's the flame, you certainly can. I like to keep it colorful myself. And this tip right here, you're going to be covering it up, so don't worry about the top getting totally covered. All right, so now that I feel like I pretty much covered most of the space. If you want, you can go back, take some water, and just move your colors around. So I'm just dipping it in the water and moving some water around the surface. You don't have to do this. I'm doing this because I kind of like the idea of muting some of the colors and making it look like they are bleeding from one color into the next. And you could just do that with adding some water on like that. water to the side. I'm gonna clean off my paintbrush and make sure you clean them off and place them back so you don't lose them. Close up your paints. Okay, so this will dry really quickly. So we're just gonna set this aside while we work on our rocket. Okay, so now you need your glue stick and your rocket pieces. All right, and I am going to put some glue just along the bottom here to attach this part of my rocket. Now we did already cut all these pieces out for you, but if you need more of them, they're super simple to make at home too with any colored construction paper you have. Of course, we need our little window so that our space explorers can look out and see all the cool sights. Right. And so I'm going to put some just on the top part of these. Underneath, push down. Same with this one. Underneath, push down. You get some glue that comes out, no problem. Just put that up. Okay, so that is our rocket put together. So now I'm going to bring back our background. Okay, it's really going to be the long ways, so I'm going to put it that way now so we could start assembling. So you'll see it's a pretty long piece of paper. I think this was the 11 by 14 paper that we're cutting. It could be the 16 by 20. Okay, so now you're gonna take your piece that you have here, that's pretty much mostly dry, and I'm going to flip it over and add some glue to the back. And as always, you wanna be generous because we want it to stick for a long time so you can enjoy your artwork, especially the corners. Okay, and that we want to put right down on the bottom, right in the center. Give it a good push. And if you have some glue, you can just use your fingers. Really cool. Now before I add my rocket and finish up my picture, what I'm gonna do is take some of my markers and just add some details. You can do this if you want. You also do not have to. It's just another layer to it, but it's totally your choice. And because these are watercolor markers, if your paper's still wet, they'll bleed a little, but that all adds to the effect of it. And this is just putting layers into our artwork. Sometimes it's really fun to add all these different layers. Doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason. See that? So you get the crayon coming through the bottom, the watercolor paints on top, and then some of the marker on top of that. All right, so now we're going to take our rockets, and I'm gonna put, again, a generous amount of glue all on the back. We want it to stay, especially the corners and the points. All right, so to make this look like it's taking off, we want to overlap a little, okay? So you don't want to put it at quite at the point. You want to put it a little bit down so it looks like the flame that comes out when the rocket ships take off. Right? This is our blast off craft after all. So here is our spaceship blasting off. Cool, right? And then we have some of this space still left up here. I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see better. Let's make sure we cap our glue. Turn this to the side. So this is where your stickers come in, and this is just for fun. You can use whatever you'd like. I'm going to put some planets. Some stars. And there is our blast off project. I hope you enjoyed.